Hi friends, so we have been starting to learn about Claude Monet, and one of his biggest things was that he drew a pond, right, that had the beautiful lily garden, and it had the bridge going across. And so we're going to make our very own today, okay? So I'm going to start off with my pencil, right? And you guys can make this different, but we just need a bridge to make it over. So if you want to, you can start with a bridge, and on the very side of your art, you're gonna make a bridge, and it's just gonna be just a curved line going over, right? And I could do the same thing over here, just another curved line going over. After that, I'm gonna connect the two just with some straight lines going down, okay? So I have that now, and now this is where we draw our beautiful lilies. We can draw a different place on the sides. So maybe I want to have my side over here, and I'm going to paint over this. So I'm going to draw a line there, and I'm going to draw another line over here. And on this side, I'm going to have some trees, and you can make these big, so you can have some big trees. And remember, these can overlap, right? So if I go over with this tree, I'm going to erase, right? And now maybe I want to have some grass, so I'm gonna draw some just kind of wavy lines or bumpy lines to kind of show that I have grass going around here, right? And now I'm gonna focus on my lilies, right? So lilies, they're kind of a circle, and they stop, and then we make a V. Circle, stop, make a V. If you guys know Pac-Man, Pac-Man is exactly the shape that you're drawing here. So after we make those lilies, I can now draw the flower that is the lily. And the flower that's a lily, I just kind of use a teardrop shape. So remember, it's the oval, and then we kind of draw a teardrop. A V at the end there. So oval, V, oval, V, oval, V. And that's my flower. That's my lily. Now if I want to add more, I definitely can. If you want to draw a bunch, that'd be really cute to see. And if you're overlapping, remember to erase. At the end, maybe I'll draw some wavy lines to show that this is water, right? And maybe I want to draw some cacti. Now cacti usually grow right next to a pond, right, or a lake. And so I just draw a line and then just draw a oval right next to it. So line, oval, there we go, easy peasy. And that's all I want you guys to do today. I want you to draw a bridge and then have the water underneath. And you can always draw on the sides to show that you have a beautiful, you got your beautiful grass next to it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys do this. I hope you guys do well. I hope you have a good day. Hi friends, so we're gonna use watercolors again. Remember, with watercolors, we gotta have our paints, and then we have to have our cup that we don't use for drinking, right? And we have our paintbrush in there. So what I'm gonna do, like I always do, is I'm gonna make a nice little pool, and I'm gonna fill it all with water on my little thing here. Remember, if I use too little water, then I won't get a lot of paint, right? And once I have that, I'm gonna start coloring in. And remember, if I'm not that happy with the color, I can always do more or less color in order to, more or less paint rather, in order to make it different. Now, so I'm going to go and just go over this as nicely as possible, right? Because I added so many details, right? That I have to be careful, right? Because I can't have everything be one color, okay? So after I do that, remember, if I change, I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to really get it, all of the water off, all of that paint off, and go back and, just like I was doing before, make my little pool, okay? After I have my pool, I can go back and maybe I want to do my lily pads this time. And remember, if it's too wet, guess what? It bleeds into each other. Then you can kind of see that there. The fun thing is with these, with this watery kind of look, to have more water kind of makes it really pretty and kind of like you are on a pond, you know? Now, for the bridge, I really highly suggest that you make that black. You don't need a lot, right? Because remember, black is really strong and, you know, it can kind of take over the whole picture. So I'm just very carefully just going over my lines that I had made, right? And that's what you guys are gonna do. You're just gonna finish painting this. Remember, if you don't have paints at home and we're doing it there, just make sure to use markers, colored pencils, crayons, or you can even use seesaw, right? And you're just coloring it in with that. See, easy peasy. And this is my final one. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I got to see all of that and have the colors kind of blend. I really like this part because it looks like the water's kind of moving around, right? I added details of, you know, I had like my grass over here. I had trees. I even had a sun over here. My little cacti. I even added some little black lines to show my lines for the water. So that is what you're gonna do today. You're gonna finish up painting. Really make sure that you take your time with it because watercolors, you know, they take time. I hope you all are doing well and I'll hope to see you soon. Bye, friends.